Who said that you could have thanky thoughts in the middle of a video? Who did? Who? Oh. Whoops. I swear I did not do that on purpose. I swear. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, but if you're new, hi, hello, I am Artsy over at the Artsy Gamer. I make art, I play games, and I encourage others to do the same. And also, welcome to the last video of Rags to Riches. This is the final video before I consider myself done with Redwood, done with the challenge, and I was a little worried because this was my deadline for this island to finish mid-October to get started on a rather large project that I've not been very good at keeping a secret, but let's not talk about that right now. But since the last time you have seen Redwood, we have achieved 8 official endgame objectives. And actually, let's take a look at what I have done so far. So we are doing great. We're doing incredible. The last time that we did a live stream, I got my last sea creature, so I have that completed. I have one of the 2 top 10 villagers. I have Raymond, and so we're going to go on a villager hunt. That is the video today. We're going on a villager hunt with our 5 Nook Miles tickets to see if we can find the top 10 of the month. The Animal Crossing tier portal is ridiculous. I don't understand how these villagers tend to come up in the ranks, and it's whatever, it's fine. We're going to work with what we have. And as far as I know, I think I have 23 of the 25 community posts that I need. Oh, we have 22. Oh, so we need 3 more. We need 3 more community posts. So that's probably going to be during the live stream, but this island has been truly a delight. Hello, Raymond. I did not get as far with this island as I had hoped. I really haven't had the time, but decorating has been truly a very fun, relaxing experience, and basically it's just kind of cleaning up and making the island cohesive. But as I said, if I don't finish by the next live stream, this is it. This is the island, and I'll put up the dream address so people can look at it, I guess. But the hope was to have a Rags to Riches scavenger hunt where you can find all of the end game objective requirements, you know, and finding what you need in order to consider this a finished island. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh my gosh, these 2 are so cute. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. We're going to go see if we can find the following. We already have Raymond, who is presently in the number 1 of the top 10. We need to find Wade, Shino, Bob, Marshall, Molly, Maple, Sherb, Joey, and Anka. And I am so upset, friends, that Zucker is ranked at 11 right now, because I have him on my island, so it's so frustrating. If I don't find a top 10, it's whatever. I mostly just wanted to get the community board posts done by this weekend. But yeah, what a wild ride. I know that a lot of people kind of fizzled out a little early with this challenge, and I personally just like playing games with certain unique ideas in mind. So being able to play this every day with my son in the morning, being able to just do a little bit of the objectives here and there, a little bit of decorating here and there, it's been really nice. But I've been kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say burnt out from Animal Crossing. It's more just what do you do? What do you do? And I'm ready to move on to another challenge. And I swear to Nintendo, Pat, Nintendo Talk McNamara, if you come up with another thing while I'm working on my secret project, I'm going to take it personally. I'm really going to take it personally. But ooh, wait, is this Trash Island? I think it is. Now wait, is it a trashy villager on Trash Island? Oh wait. Oh, it's all right, well, I don't consider Phil trashy, but let's go say hello to the man who is not a top 10 villager. Actually, what is Phil's ranking? So Phil is ranked at middle ground at 113, tier 4. not bad. I actually think he's really cool. He has the most on-fleek eyebrows I have ever seen. I don't even know if that's grammatically correct. I don't typically use the term on-fleek, but I think he's really cool. I just like the villagers that tend to be based off of real animal species, and I think he's based off of a specific pheasant. So I think he's cool looking, truly. But oh man, if I was smart, I would be collecting all the trash. But let's see if we have a DIY that I will probably not be using. Nope. All right, well, then I guess we're moving on to the next island. Actually, friends, who are your top 10 villagers in Animal Crossing? I want you to leave it in the comments below, and it doesn't have to be just Animal Crossing New Horizons villagers. I know that there's a few early Animal Crossing villagers that were kicked to the curb, and if you want to put Woolio on your top 10, you put Woolio on your top 10. But I've been thinking about it because although I get really annoyed by the cruel mistress, the fickle mistress that is the Animal Crossing portal, I have really weird beliefs about Animal Crossing villagers. Like, I don't like Judy at all whatsoever. I am terrified of Sherb. Who's another villager that I'm not particularly partial to? I don't typically like Raymond. I think he's just overrated, but I have come to really appreciate the man. I've yet to have Marshall, mostly just because he reminds me of like a school bully of mine, so I have yet to give him a chance. And I don't like Shino. I've had her multiple times. She's truly a demonic peppy, truly. So like, I've been thinking about my top 10, and I think obviously it would be the throuple would be the top 3, so Vesta, Antonio, and Fang. And oh, okay. Well, I think Graham was my OG smug, like my 2020 smug, and I don't care what people have to say about him and his questionable interior choices. I love Graham, and every time that I see Graham, he brings me so much joy, especially when you change out his glasses. He's just an adorable little soft boy. So I think maybe Graham would be a top 10. He would definitely be a top 20. He'd be a top 20. But Olivia is absolutely my favorite snooty ever, hands down. And I really like Chai, but she's like my filler queen peppy, you know? And I finally got to have Tutu on an island with this island, actually, and I think she's made top 10 status. But then, who else? Who else would I have as a top 10 villager? It would not be Stu. It would not be Stu. No. No. Yeah, trying to pick your top 10. Charlize is definitely not my top 10 at all, but when I first saw her, I wasn't sure how I felt about her. I like Ursula more than I like Charlize, but I think I would probably have Hazel be a top 10. Yeah, so okay, let's list this. So it would be the sisterly would be Hazel, the jock would be obviously Antonio, the normal would be Vesta, Tutu would be the peppy. Who would be my top 10 lazy? Who would be my top 10 lazy? There's so many good lazies. There really are. I think the lazies, similar to the normals, are some of the cutest designs out there. Maybe Bones? 5 tickets is not enough in order to find a top 10. And I really do appreciate the fact that with Rags to Riches, we have been able to, you know, trade and ask for people when their villagers or their top 10 villagers are in boxes, because I think it would have been downright impossible. Either that or it would have been excessive time traveling to get 5 tickets. I've had this weird instance specifically with this island where the houses are empty for days at a time. I think the longest that I've had a house that was empty was 5 days, and I think I went on a 16 ticket hunt because, you know, I just made the assumption that I could do that. But I think it's almost impossible to get a top 10 unless you have the kindness of somebody else going, yeah, no, you can take mine. And I know that a lot of people have based this notion that if you had a top 10 during a month at some point, that counts. So that's how I'm treating it. If the rags to riches wee woo police is going to come in and be like, well, actually, you have to have the top 10 for the entire time. Well, you know what? All right. This doesn't feel like a top 10. Wait, hello? Is that Billy? Is that Billy? Oh my goodness. I love Billy. He is so cute. He is such a sweetie pie. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm very happy to see that we have not had any repeats. Early villager hunts for this island, I had Stella multiple times. I had an all normal hunt where all 5 mystery islands had a normal on it, and I could not believe my trauma. It was a fun time. It was a fun time, but we are now officially at the last Nook Miles ticket. Maybe we'll get a top 10, or maybe we'll have to autofill and see if we can go on another hunt, or if we have the luck of the autofill. I have not had that sort of luck at all, so we'll see. The last ticket, y'all. This is the last ticket. I do not believe that I will be at all lucky, but you know what? No, this needs my emotional support axe. Yep, this needs my emotional support axe. We'll see who we have. Ooh. Oh, geez. Yep. The slow walk. The walk of shame. Who is it? Oh, hello? Hello? Wait. Blue Bear's not a top 10, is she? I don't think she is. I don't think this girl, this queen is here. Let me check. Hold on. Blue Bear is ranked 45. Oh man. I was so looking forward to potentially having a villager that, you know, I was hoping this video would be like, I finally did it. The luck of the autofill? Is it the luck of the autofill today? Is it hoping for the best? Is it, maybe we will not have an autofill. Ooh, we have a DIY. We'll see. Let's see. Who... Flip gave us a... What is with all of the golden DIYs now? I already made this happen. This game hates me. Well, I think what we're gonna do is we're going to see what tomorrow brings us, friends. Because I've been on this day, I think, for the past 2 days. I wasn't feeling my best, and so I was like, no, we're gonna make this into a video. So I have been on this day for multiple days. We're going to see what tomorrow brings us. Yeah. Hopefully editor Artsy right here, like right here, is going to say whether or not this was a bad decision. Was this a bad decision? Was this a bad decision? Let's find out. It is a new dawn, a new day, a new opportunity for hating my life choices, but we're going to see where we're at right now. We do not have... Really? Wow. This game is sapient. I swear, this game just wants us to be sad, wants us to cry, wants us to wish for Nintendo to be kinder. But that's fine, that's fine. I need to make sure to get rid of the money for time traveling anyway. I think I have a money tree that I can just toss. Or I can just do that right now. It's been really weird to not do the money grind anymore. I think I'm at like 18 million, 19 million bells at this point, so I haven't been trying my hardest with making money because it is the end game. But first and foremost, let's get rid of our hard-earned bells because Sahara is here. Oh man, what a time. What a time to be alive and just hate everything about this, but it's okay. It's okay. Maybe Sahara being here. Maybe Sahara being here is an indication that it's a sacrifice. It is the sacrifice to the highest magnitude to get rid of bells and to see whether or not I am going to be optimistic, friends. We're gonna be optimistic. We're gonna be optimistic. We're gonna be optimistic. We're gonna be super optimistic. Who decided to join the last official week of this island before it is dream addressed and punted to the sun? Phoebe. Okay. I was hoping for like something really ridiculous, but Phoebe is at 127. She's not going to get to a top 10, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Actually, even though she's not a top 10, Phoebe having a nice little pumpkin patch, this is one of the things that I've been working on, by the way. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. And really, honestly, truly, if I don't have a top 10 villager by the end of Rags to Riches, I'm not upset. It's okay. Zucker is close enough. And maybe possibly by November, he will be a top 10, and then I had him before he was cool. So why don't we do the dailies then? Oh, this is so easy. Okay, we're gonna catch some bugs. We're gonna cook up a storm. We're gonna plant some flower seeds, chop wood, pick mushrooms. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun time. I'm really gonna miss this island. I really appreciated and fell in love with these like inconsequential, unsubstantial builds that I just placed as not fillers, but it's not huge and enormous, and it didn't take a lot of time. I truly have fallen in love with this small space right here. Like these little alleyways that are between roads. I don't know what it is about them, but I am a huge fan. I don't know what it is about it, but I definitely want to apply that to an island of mine at some point. Rags to Riches was a really nice continuation for the past couple of months. I really appreciated being able to see what other people were doing and getting to just celebrate the annoyance that was Rags to Riches sometimes, you know, having a specific NPC be a problem to a class, or in playing it as a specific class. Although, if you remember, I had a huge farm in the back of my island. And I don't know, I really kind of just went back to basics with this island, and I really enjoy very simple builds with very open pathing. I don't know, I really fell in love with this sort of gameplay. But I've also realized that I really want to have a farming sim that goes beyond farming. And Animal Crossing kind of became a farming sim for me. I don't know how that really happened, but I definitely want to have more from a future Animal Crossing game and more from farming sims in general, because I find a lot of peace and enjoyment with like fishing and gathering supplies and making something unique and special. You know, that's something that I love about Animal Crossing New Horizons is you basically get to mold an island the way you want, and you can have a bunch of different kinds of villagers grace your island for a time, for however long you want. I really want to see more flower breeding in games. I was really excited to see that with Fae Farm, but we need to get this. But yeah, speaking of flower breeding, I think I need to just accept the fact that I don't have the patience for the blue rose right now. I was really hoping that I would have more people over to water my flowers to get different hybrids and things, but the green mum, it took me weeks to get just 2 green mums, y'all. 2 weeks. And I was really happy to get the purple pansy, but the purple windflower, unless of course I've been watering the wrong hybrid red, and the tulips, I have to accept defeat, y'all. I just have to accept it. It's fine. Right, here is the 3rd mushroom. I'm really glad to have time traveled so excessively to the point where I have the mushroom items that I can build with, because best items in the game, hands down. Hands down, best items. And I really want to make sure that I can decorate with a lot of mushrooms around. I would have loved, absolutely loved, to have had the ability to get the decayed tree item DIY thing. It would have really added a little bit more to the island. And if I played longer, I probably would have ended up with it eventually. What I love about these challenges is that you make do with what you have. You make do with what you are potentially gifted. You play and you do the grind. But I also recognize that there's a lot of things in my inventory that I did not use that I probably could be using. And I finally got the yacht item, and because I'm like a billionaire now, I can afford to getting quite a few and placing them around a true top tier item. Yeah, I feel very good with where it's at. I just kind of wished that I was able to be a little bit speedier with the design and devoting time to it, but I have been doing more with like the channel and stuff. Oh wait, here. Nope, wait, come back. Where'd you go? There you are. No. There you go. I've been wanting to do more art, feature games that I like. It's been quite a wild ride the past few months, but the consistency with playing Rags to Riches, especially off screen, has been really, really relaxing for me. Oh, here's the DIY. What did we get? If we get the decayed tree item, I'm going to be so happy. That is decidedly not the decayed tree item, but okay. You know, I was catching bugs, but I might as well just get this out of the way. What do you have in your wares? I don't really feel like I plan on decorating with anything else. My house is effectively decorated. My bathroom, I'm not a fan of it, but might as well just get some other thing and call it done. I can say that I actually utilized my last Sahara visit. But what a fun thing to have, like, an enemy. No, not a rug. I don't want a rug. I want an enemy of this island. Who said that you could have thank you thoughts in the middle of a video? Who did? Who? Oh. Whoops. I swear I did not do that on purpose. I swear. That was completely and totally an accident. I need to, like, plant a lot of red flowers at some point. I have been cleaning up my flower beaches, but I have to be very mindful of the fact that I do want to finish getting a rainbow garden up and completed. So, ooh, you know what? We'll do that. And is there a white flower that I can use? White mom? Okay, we'll use the white mom, sure. And, oh, of course we are full of inventory. That's not going to be annoying in a future project or anything at all whatsoever. Ooh, a daisy meadow and a rice paddy wall. Will not be using any of those, but thank you. We will plant, ooh, here, we're going to plant a windflower here. We'll plant a windflower here. And then we'll put, ooh, can we put the mum here? That would be really pretty. Let's do that. Nice. Very cool. Love it. And then I think we just have to cook up a storm, and we have to chop some wood and balloon time though. Balloon time. I was really sad. I mean, I'm very grateful that the Rags to Riches community just gives golden tools like they're nothing. But I was really hoping that by the end of this, I would have chopped down all of the trees and, you know, broken all of the axes in order to just finish up with getting the golden tools myself. But I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. What did we get, though? What did we get? An office cabinet. There may be a use for it. We're gonna cook up a storm, and I guess we'll gift a village or something. We'll bribe them with food. Is there anything that I haven't crafted before that I can try? Ooh. Okay, yeah, no, let's do this one. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good. I don't know if it's vegetarian, but that looks delicious. The food items in this game are 10 out of 10 extraordinary. All right, let's find the nearest villager to gift a thing. Bestie. Here you go. Take it. I've already gotten, I think I either have 1 or 2 photos from Mint, but that's okay. That's all right. This is the 3rd time that I've been given a do-rag by my villagers. I think Pango had given me 2 do-rags within 2 days of each other. So now all we need to do is just chop down a couple of happy trees, right? Well, I'm not going to do that to my island because those trees are meant to be there. So we're going to celebrate Cap'n, tell him how much we appreciate him, and don't tell my hurricane-and-a-half Cap'n Stan was about to occur. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Yep. Don't tell him. Wow, it's a rain. Wow, this is rainy as heck. I love it though. The hope that I have here is I would love the decayed tree item or the glowing stickers because I want to add a couple of things in my my villager's house. And as far as using HHP to edit the houses, I don't know. I was thinking of speed running the rest of HHP in order to get the ability to just edit their exteriors, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I may not. I just may be done with Rags to Riches. And I'm not trying to say that I'm like annoyed with it, but I think I'm just ready to move on. And really? 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 A pear hat and a pear dress. And I already know it. Buck, you're dead to me. Yep, no. No, I'm just going to be delightfully emo friends and we're gonna call it here. Don't forget to put your top 10 villagers in the comments below. I hope to see you all for the very last Rags to Riches live stream that'll be happening this weekend. And as always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, make art, play games, and encourage others to do the same. And I will catch you next time. Bye.